Assalamualaikum and hello. We will presenting our assignment 2 for KNCT 250, which is Occupational Safety and Health. Our group member consists of Sahril, myself Afham, and Nur Harzika.
Description of the accident. What is the hazard? We have a two hazard, which is the fire and explosion hazard, and the physical hazard, which is the faults. Fire and explosion hazard is the small explosion indicate the presence of the flammable material or gases within the storage tank or its vicinity. This suggests a potential fire or explosion hazard which could be caused by the ignition of a flammable substance. Physical hazard indicate result in the death of the welder who fell from the height of 50 meters. This indicates a fall hazard associated with the working a high without appropriate safety measure or equipment. When did the accident happen? This happened at 16 January 2021. When did the accident happen? At the biodiesel plant in the Johor, Malaysia. How it happened? There was a small explosion when welding work were carried out on a storage tank at the height of 50 meters. But the damage or the loss of the number of fatality. The impact caused the welder to fall to his death while another two were injured.
Evaluate the hazard and available existing hazard controls and deduce whether the available hazard controls function well to minimize the hazard mentioned. So, for this case, there are two hazards. The first one is fire and explosion hazard. The hazard presence of flammable materials or gases within the storage tank or its vicinity. So for the control is the specific hazard control in place at the plant are not mentioned in the information provided. However, common hazard control for fire and explosion hazards include proper storage and handling of flammable materials, implementation of fire prevention and protection system, which is fire detection, extinguishes system, regular inspection and maintenance of equipment and storage areas. So, the deduction is without detailed information on the specific controls implemented at the biodiesel plant, it is difficult to assess their effectiveness. A thorough evaluation would require examining whether these controls were properly designed, implemented, and maintained to minimize the fire and explosion hazard. The second one is the lack of property safety measures. Inadequate training of welders, inadequate risk assessment, lack of proper welding procedures, lack of safety equipment, and lack of supervision or safety protocols. So the control is the information provided does not specify the existing hazard control at the plant. However, typical hazard controls for ensuring safety measures include comprehensive training programs for welders and other employees, regular risk assessment to identify and mitigate hazard, establish and documented welding procedures that adhere to safety standards, provision of appropriate safety equipment such as personal protective equipment (PPE) and fire extinguisher, clear supervision and enforcement of safety protocols, and the deduction of this case is based on the incident described. It appears that the existing hazard control might not have functioned well to minimize the hazards. The lack of proper safety measures, as indicated by an inadequate training, risk assessment, welding procedures, safety equipment, and supervision, suggest that critical safety protocols may have been overlooked or not effectively implemented.
Develop a fault tree analysis for the accident. The accident is the small explosion during the welding works at the biodiesel plant in Johor, Malaysia, resulting in fatality and injuries. The top event, small explosion during the welding works. This is caused by the fire explosion hazard and the lack of proper safety measures. Fire explosion hazards caused by the presence of flammable material gases and the ignition of source. Lack of property safety measure caused by inadequate training of the welders, inadequate risk assessment, lack of proper welding procedures, lack of the safety equipment, and the lastly, lack of supervision of safety protocol.
The related safety law or regulation that can be applied to prevent the incident from happening. The first one is Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, OSHA 1994. Second, the Uniform Building Bylaw UBBL 1984 govern building codes and regulation related to structural integrity in Malaysia. And lastly, the Department of Occupational Safety and Health, DOJ. They recommend action that can improve the management of safety at the workplace for the custodian. First of all, conduct a true safety assessment. Second, enhance training programs. Third, implement risk assessment procedure. Fourth, strengthen safety procedure and protocol. Fifth, provide adequate safety equipment. Sixth, enhance supervision and oversight. Seventh, promote a safety culture. Eighth, establish incident investigation and reporting procedure. 9. Regular safety inspection and audit. And lastly, continual improvement and learning. That's all from our group. Thank you.